morning. So today I wanted to just do, for the first time ever, how to make an arrangement with your market bouquet. So that is a question that comes up often at the farmer's market or when I run into customers in the farm stand. People just want to know what to do because maybe you just take it and you stick it in a vase just the way it is, and that's totally fine. But I'll just give you a couple tips here to get started with your market bouquet. I've never done one of these before, so bear with me. I just came in out of the field, totally wet. This is not really a very curated video, but I figure we might as well be authentic because this is what I look like most of the time when I'm arranging. I'm usually wet and dirty from the field. So anyway, you're gonna open up your market bouquet. You're gonna take off your rubber band, kind of spread out your stems, and you're gonna start, I like to start with first the water. Okay, you wanna have nice, clean, cool water, fresh water. You don't have hot water. At least I don't use hot water. Some people think it hydrates them. I start with nice, cool water. And then you're gonna take your greenery. You wanna green your bouquet. You wanna green your arrangement. So don't feel like you have to leave your stems long. Like I always trim them down. And we're gonna make a nice little nest for the focal flowers. So I'm gonna start with this lovely mint. I'm gonna trim it and I just strip. Because one thing I see often when people send me arrangement pictures is they have, maybe in their glass vase, I can see leaves underwater. And you wanna really make sure that all the leaves are out of the water because they decay and cause bacteria, and bacteria in your water will shorten the lifespan of your arrangement. You want your water to stay clean. So I'm gonna cut, I usually do in threes. So you can see I have different heights, and I usually try to do 3 of each piece. So usually I will give you at least 3 pieces of foliage in your arrangement. Some people can grab clippings from their yard. If you have a bush or something in your yard that maybe you could arrange with. I'm gonna go ahead and keep adding these little bits of mint at different heights and just working my way around the vessel. So I have a nice little shape here. This is kind of the shape I want my arrangement to be. I don't want it to be short. I want it to usually be at least double the height of the vessel. I'm going to start by placing the focal, and I'm going to go ahead and try to do this from your perspective. I always arrange facing me, so we're going to try to do this backwards. Oh shoot, there's my husband with the tractor in the barn, and it's loud. I'm not going to talk while he's coming in because it's embarrassing. So, placing the focal low. Maybe he has his AirPods in and he can't hear me. But anyway, here we go. So, place your focal low in the front because I want to anchor that. And maybe put another big piece kind of off set there. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to switch this out. Always feel free to make changes. So I cut this low. I'm actually going to take this one because it's a little more open. And people like to see open flowers first, right there to grab your attention. And then I'll go ahead and place this other one that's yet to open kind of in the back. So I've got another tricorn. Everything's kind of in odd numbers. That's how we like it. Let's see. I have some more little bits of foliage. This is a cress. You can see. Little cress. It's kind of airy. I'm going to go ahead and place that. Fill in some of those gaps there. Fill in a little gap here. Give it some wispiness. And then let's put some blocks. I do smell most of these while I'm arranging them. I just love the smell of the phlox. Filling in some gaps. I'm going to put one up front. I'm going to put one kind of nestled down here on the back side at an angle. This little stem that broke off is too short. And while I'm working, I just sweep things onto the floor because it's the barn. And then we sweep it up later. Ooh, we've got it here. Look at this. This market bouquet came with some Canterbury bells. And I snip it. Some of these are 4 feet tall, 5 feet tall. I snip it. I'm going to take off some of these lowers. It's totally fine. And then where should we put this? I want it to have height. Kind of want it in the back. Just go ahead and place it there. And of course I'm arranging using the camera, which makes it a little harder for me to see there, but I think I like that. I've got another spike in here. I'm going to cut this. Sometimes you can use the height. Make sure all the leaves are off the lower bits of the snap. And do off to this side. Try to make sure it doesn't look like it has horns. I've got another spike. I love the spikes. It's kind of nice to have a bit of this focal flower. It's round and you've got your spikes. You can just offset them. This little one here in front. I'm going to do one on the opposite side. Here, spike. I'm going to put in a little bit more crest. I broke that crest down. It has little stems all around that crest stem I included in the market bouquet, and so I'm breaking it into little bits and I'm tucking it around to just try to make it a little bit more balanced. Alright, and one more spike. We've got some astrantia, we've got a focal in the front. Looks like the focal's falling a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck a stem under that, kind of weave it through to give it a bit of support. A little bit of support there. Okay, and looks like there's a little bit of a gap down below, which maybe I'll break this crest up a little bit more and turn this. I'm going to put a little more crest down there. Shorten that mint, tweak it just a little bit. From that angle, I kind of feel like the peony should be a little bit shorter and a little bit lower, so I fiddle with it a bit. I've got a little bit of the astrantia. Tuck that in there. Eek. A little bit of astrantia. Oh, and then here's another little tiny bit of cress. Plug that in. Right low, it has a little bit of a shorter stem. Low. And just the odds and ends. I put in the little bits last. Some of the fun, whimsical pieces. You want to make sure all those stems are in the water, because sometimes they miss the lip of the vessel there, and that's not going to be great. So I'm going to tuck this little piece of the stilby in, because there's a bit of a gap, and that is going to be good for me today. I will continue to mess with it, so that's good. I'm happy with it, and I'll put that in the farm stand today.